Look, don't get all worried. There could be lots of reasons why Kevin's watch is here. Maybe he could have just slipped off his hand.
Yeah,
or
maybe Rachel slipped it off for him. I'm surprised she didn't take his hand along with it.
Stop talking about her like she's some kind of monster.
I just want to know where my husband is, damn it.
Easy, Lambert.
How can I take it easy? Kevin was here, and now he's not. And he didn't leave by choice. This proves it.
Come on, Kevin.
Where am I? What's going on?
Well, that's good. That's better. But I wouldn't move around too much if I were you. Welcome to payback time.
Lucy? What did you do to her?
Now, you see, it's not what I did. It's what you're going to do. That's right. Take a look at your arm. You see this? The sensor, it's built into the arm of the chair. It doesn't take much to activate it, Kevin, but let me give you a little hint on what happens if you do. Your sensor is directly connected to Lucy's IV.
What's in the IV, Rachel?
That's good. That's good. You're very calm. It's a good thing you are, because if you weren't, Lucy's bloodstream would be flooded with a concentrated dose of the disease that's been doing its work on my mother for the last 15 years.
You wouldn't do that.
No, you're right. I wouldn't. But you will. If you move an inch.
Mom still isn't picking up. I don't understand it.
Hey, Dawn. Hi, it's Eve Lambert. Listen, have you seen Lucy lately? I'm actually looking for Kevin, but I thought that maybe they would be What? Oh, okay, well, thank you. Please have her call Eve Lambert if you hear from her. Thanks.
Where's Lucy?
He doesn't know. She never showed up for her lunch appointment with him.
See, there. That explains everything. I mean, Kevin must be off with Lucy somewhere.
Oh, right. Okay, and they just decided to come here first. Look, Livy, I know you don't want to face the truth about your mother, and I'm so sorry about that.
My mom doesn't have superpowers, Eve. She can't just drag a grown man off against his will. And why would she want to?
Because she's a murderer. And
No!
Kevin is
Hey,
not.
Let's slow down, all right, please. Let's think about this. Why would they go after Kevin? Why now?
Why not? She's insane. She's hated Kevin from the very beginning.
Yes, I know all that, but why now?
Oh, God. I think I know.
What? What do you know?
Because he's my father, and she knows it.
Who told you that?
A DNA test, the real results.
What makes you so sure that Rachel knows?
Well, I'm not sure, but she called me earlier, and
what? What'd she say?
that we'd be leaving town tonight, only there was one last thing she had to take care of first.
Ian!
Slow down.
No, we can't slow down. You heard her. That's what Rachel meant. Kevin is her one last thing.
See, a few more hours, and my researchers are going to have a cure ready, and then I'm going to give it to my mother, and I'm going to take her and Livy, and I'm going to leave this pathetic excuse for town Port Charles.
But why punish Lucy? Why does she have to suffer? What does she have to do with any of this?
You mean your partner in crimes?
What crimes?
Against me! The way she threw herself at my daughter as though she was some sort of a surrogate mother.
You're sure you're not torturing her just to get back at me?
Oh, you know what, Kevin? That's just part of the added bonus. Anything I can do to make you squirm a little harder, hurt a little deeper, just one drop at a time as you watched that infect her body and realize that it was your fault. Did I mention that I put a very strong strain of the disease into Lucy's IV? And as it goes into Lucy's blood system, it brings on the end symptoms almost immediately. You see, first her chest. It's going to tighten as if her body is in a vice. Somebody is suffocating her. Before long, her lungs, they're not even going to expand, Kevin. And then her heart is going to stop, and that is what's waiting for her. Just as it did for my mother, just as it did for Grace.
Grace? She had this disease?
Why do you think she behaved the way she did? She couldn't help herself, Kevin, and you refused to help her.
I didn't know.
No,
I never knew. How could I know?
Unforgivable. A man who prides himself on compassion and insight. And then there was my sister, the woman that you were supposedly in love with. And did you ever once consider that there may be a cause? My sister suffered a complete mental collapse right in front of your eyes, and you didn't lift a finger to stop it. And you just watched the disease eat through her brain, and you did nothing. You never gave it a second thought. You never reached out. You didn't reach out to any of us.
That's not true. That's not true. From the moment I met Livy, I tried to make a connection. I felt something.
What, you felt some special bond? You've been listening to her too much. I'm the one with the bond. I'm the one who was with Livy day and night. I'm the one who fed her, who loved her, who spent every available minute working on a cure. I had to be sure that if this disease ever affected Livy, she would not suffer the same collapse as Grace, or the pain and anguish that my mother suffers every single day, knowing that she's lost the best part of her, Kevin. That is what a real parent does. They give away everything. That's what I thought you were doing. When you told her the DNA test was wrong, God, I should have known you were too selfish. So now you're going to find out what real sacrifice is and exactly how it feels.
You won't win.
I already won.
Not yet. I know what you're planning. Before long, someone will come in.
Someone is going to come in, and they're going to find your dead body on the floor. And what is it they say? Dead men tell no tales.
You won't kill me.
I may be a lot of things, but stupid enough to leave you alive after I've left town isn't one of them. Oh, now mark my words, Kevin, you're gonna die in this room. And I'm gonna take Livy with me, and we're gonna live that happily ever after that we deserve, far, far away from poor Charles. But first you're gonna get to watch your friend Lucy here die a very slow, painful death of her own.
Oh, great. 2,000 tax information.
That'll come in useful.
The airport.
What about it?
I just found a note on the bed, and it said to meet her there at 10.
At 10? No, that'll be too late.
For what?
Kevin, by 10 o'clock, she will have tied up her loose ends.
Can't use any of this.
Hurry up.
Forms and newsletters. And... Robert Green,
What about him?
Heller, and DeMarco.
Ian!
It's all here.
Oh,
She
my gosh.
mislabeled it on purpose.
Oh,
Yeah, personal histories. What else? Look. Here. Dates when they were given the blue dot.
oh my gosh.
Very
I don't believe
good.
it.
Yeah, here, look at it. It's all here.
Go.
I have an idea. Maybe DeMarco's address is in here.
That's a good idea.
Right there. 381 South Street. We're in business.
Okay, wait. Ian, patient X, before we go anywhere, I have to find out, does it say who she was targeting for the next injection?
Oh, my God.
It's Kevin, isn't it?
It's Lucy.
What?
Patient X is Lucy.
Oh my gosh, that's why she didn't show up for her meeting with Dawn.
Rachel's got them both.
Okay, we gotta go to the police with this.
No, we don't have time. We gotta go.
I want to go with you.
No, you're not going anywhere.
Please.
Livy, Eve is right. We don't know what we're getting into. So if you want to help,
If. What do you think I am?
All right, then stay here and let us know if you get in touch with Rachel.
Here's my cell phone number. Call me the minute you hear anything.
Yeah, let us know as soon as you hear something. Come on, let's go.
I'm on. Let's go.
Thanks. Thanks for telling us about that note.
I want to do what's right for everyone.
Stay here and stay safe. We'll be in touch.
Livy, thanks.
Stay here and stay safe? I don't think so.
Oh my, look at that very lonely, sad face. And Lucy equally as sad. You know, maybe you'd like to reach out and touch her, you know, comfort her. Maybe a little platonic touch. I'd be happy to untie you. Don't you think that she'd like that, the feel of your hand, knowing that it's you that's there?
You'd enjoy that, wouldn't you? Knowing the second I move my arm, I'll set off that IV.
And although I've truly enjoyed your repertoire of tortured expressions, I'm sorry, but tonight's program is going to be cut a little short, the same way you cut Grace's life short. I imagine she had the same agonizing look on her face as she watched you swim away as you left her there to
Yeah,
drown.
well, whatever you're gonna do to me, why don't you just go ahead and do it? But Lucy's never done anything to you. Let her go.
That's it, then. That's all it would take to satisfy you.
Yes.
Yes, you liar. And then you want me to let you go, and you're gonna want me to give you Livy and my cure, and then you're probably gonna want me to slit my own throat. Well, Kevin, you know how the story ends.
Well, then end it. Go ahead, do it!
Will.
Fine, just admit something first. You tell me right now, right here and now, that this is the reason that you came to Port Charles in the first place. So you could take my life the way you think I took Grace's?
A person should have their last request honored, and since we are into your final minutes, I'd be thrilled. I'd even be delighted to tell you the truth.
Kevin and Lucy are God knows where. We just turned Iris's apartment upside down and got nothing.
Running around in a blind panic isn't helping anybody.
I don't care where we go. I'm not giving up.
No one's given up. I just want to make sure we don't miss anything here. So just stick with me, all right?
What are you doing?
Checking all possibilities.
Like rooting around the trash is a possibility?
You never know what's going to turn up. Addresses or phone numbers.
What?
Iris.
Ian, we promised her we'd protect her.
Look at this. A small incision on her neck. Skillfully done. Somebody got what they needed.
What's that in her hand?
Let's see. Well, isn't that a familiar face?
That's that new nurse at GH. Louise something or other.
Right. Look at the symbol.
Oh my God, that's that same symbol that was on Bob Green's ID tag.
Only this one came with an address.
So she was working with Rachel all along.
And now we know where.
Well, if we hurry up and get there, we'll find Kevin.
And Lucy.
Did I purposely move here to Port Charles knowing that you were here? Absolutely. You see, after you killed my sister, I always kept an eye on you.
You've waited all these years.
Yes, I have. For the perfect opportunity, how to get into your life without raising any suspicion. And I knew if I were patient, the right moment would come. And then there she was. The chance I'd been dreaming of.
Who?
Julie. I thought that our argument over her would help me ruin your reputation, but you know, sometimes things in life don't happen the way you expect them to. So Plan Julie, well, it failed, and I had to come up with something else, but I just kept making adjustments, little moves. But I never meant to kill you. I just wanted to beat you down. I wanted you to lose everything that you cared about, everything that was dear to you. I wanted you to feel the same pain that you inflicted on my family. Then you weaseled your way into Livy's life, and that changed everything, Kevin. And sure enough, you were able to turn her against me, and I couldn't have that. You gave me no choice.
No, there was a choice, Rachel. There still is.
Oh, you're wrong.
No, you're too smart a woman to see the world in black and white, or to spend your entire life roped to your sister. All of your gifts and abilities focused on revenge. When you have so much more to offer.
What are you trying to analyze me real quick?
It doesn't take a psychiatrist to see that you've surrendered your life. Grace had her talents, but so do you. Why waste them? Stop living for her.
Stop it!
You spend so much of your life in her shadow, the world can't see you for who you really are. You can't even see yourself clearly.
You can't?
Just take a step back and you'll see the accomplishments you've made. You've raised a truly incredible daughter. You've committed yourself to your family above everything else. And you're a healer, a sensitive one. You only wanted to make everything better for the people you love. Throw away the rest. You're so much more than your sister's avenger. Rachel, it's time to start living your own life.
Grace and I, we didn't have enough time together. And she was taken away before she...
I know, before the disease turned her into a stranger. And your mother. But Rachel, you understood. You knew that it was out of their control. And you just wanted to do everything you could to make them well.
You understand that?
Of course I do.
Then, Kevin, you understand my methods. It's a very gray area, but you understand that. You agree. I mean, we have to sacrifice for each other.
I understand exactly what you're saying. I understand everything, and I'll make sure that everyone else understands too.
You promise you do that?
Yes, you won't have to say a word. Once you let us go, I'll make sure that everyone who needs to understand will know the purity of your motives.
The purity of my motives?
No! No!
And I almost believed you. I will never, ever do that again.
Lucy!
You will never
Lucy!
take my daughter away from me. Neither one of you will.
SoapNet, devoted to soaps and you.
What's going on? Where am I?
You're in my laboratory,
Lucy!
and I'm really happy to have you here as a guest. As
Lucy! Pull the IV out of your arm! Hurry!
Doc, I can't reach it.
No, and he can't either.
Rachel, please. Please don't do this.
Oh, why, Kevin? Because you say so. The all ever so powerful Dr. Collins has spoken, the man who has women doing his bidding. Did you really think you could crawl inside of my head and twist my words around on your little psychiatric finger? Well, you can't. I'm not like all of those other women. You see, there are no tricks with me.
No more tricks.
Oh, God, you always say that. You can't help yourself, though, can you? No. No, you see, you have got to inflict the pain first, right? If not, it just builds up and it gets you first. That's not right, is it? You know what? I can help you, Kevin. I can cure you right now.
Rachel, listen to me. Rachel, listen.
What is this, a board meeting? You know, I don't recall the chair calling on you, Lucy. You know, this time it's the capable person who's going to win, and that's me. The votes are in, and you both lost.
Mom!
Oh, what are you doing here?
What are you doing? What is all this? What's going on?
Sweetheart, it's for you. It's for you and Grandma.
What do you mean?
And Grace, I see her. She's drowning in my dreams, Livy.
Let them go, Mom.
No, I can't do that.
Lucy never for new Grace. You can't blame her for that. Please. Please.
Is it what you think? You think that she's innocent, but she's not. Can't you see what they've done to you, honey? Let me just explain.
No. Stay away from me with that.
Honey, Mama is gonna take everything. I'm making it.
Get the onion out of Lucy's arm! Hurry, pull it out! Lucy!
Stay tuned for scenes from the next Port Charles. On the next Port Charles.
Doug,
What did Rachel give her?
I'm not really sure. She said something about a disease and her mother.
We're too late.
If you can't tell the truth, then I'm out of here.
You're not going anywhere.
Admit it, the day is never complete without your daily dose of Erica Kane and All My Children. Eventually, Erica will settle down and find someone special again. But is it today? You're going to have to watch and find out. Luckily, All My Children is coming up next here on SoapNet.